Meet Stumpy, Crooked Mouth, and Captain Mark.
I think today's your lucky day.
I'd like to raise the sails again, watching for the whales again, and never have to say I wish that I had done the things that I can't do when I'm too old to play.
I was headed again for the bay at the northwest end of Manjack Key, but it proved to be a bit too rolly, so I moved around to the other side. There, where it's much calmer, as you can see. What I didn't expect was to find the fruit-tamed rays. I kept hearing they were in the bay I had just left. You must think I have food. You've got no tail. Don't bite my toes. So I headed back to the boat to get the underwater camera. On the way I saw this guy. I stopped rowing thinking that would spook him. How you doing, buddy? Nope, not even a little. He must also be fruit tamed. How you doing, buddy? Don't bite my boat. That's all I gotta say about that. You're certainly a friendly guy. Now I really had to go get that camera. Hopefully I could find him again. Right where I left him. At first I stood in the water and that didn't faze him. Then I held the camera underwater and that clearly didn't upset him. Then I put a mask on and went under and he ran over like a puppy. Amazing. He seems to have had a bad run-in with a boat propeller, so I call him Crooked Mouth. We had a very sunny time with those animals. The friendly turtle, the rays, that was cool. Very cool. Made up for the cloudy skies. I headed to the small cove below the M in Manjack, its main feature being it was empty, unlike the larger bay to the right. It was, however, populated with Cassiopeia, otherwise known as upside down jellyfish. I mean, why swim around catching little things in your tentacles all day when you can stand on your head and do the same thing? I'm not sure why I thought I could just pick these up and handle them, given that I was stung pretty badly by a mauve stinger jellyfish back in New York. This is the scar 5 months later. Anyway, Cassiopeia didn't bother me at all. Nor did this odd-looking creature. It's a fuzzy sea cucumber. Looks more like a brush to me. I wonder if I let him crawl around on the deck for a while if he'd clean the place up a bit. Yeah, probably not. Another day in paradise. What I was really thinking was, I wonder how old Crooked Mouth is doing. So, since I was only a mile away from where I saw that turtle, I thought I'd go back and see if I couldn't find him and play with him a bit more. So, we are just whistling along here in the north wind. Man, it's a whole different world when the clouds go away and the sun comes out. Wow. I felt a little foolish thinking the rays and turtle would be in the exact same spot 2 days later. But they were. Stumpy seemed hungry as ever. Old Crooked Mouth was there too. He seemed hungry enough to think that maybe my toes looked like something worth chewing on. No, bad turtle. Bad Crooked Mouth. But unfed and now finger-wagged, he slunk off and I took my leave.
Sailing off the anchor. Jiving around. Bye, turtle. Well, we're only going 2 miles, but we're gonna anchor near Crab Key. The spot that I passed that had a lot of boats in it. I'm not sure what's so great about it, but I guess we're gonna find out.
Crab Key is the large one at the bottom. I ended up anchoring next to that little hockey puck in the middle called Rat Key, which was very near a mangrove forest. Mangrove roots have the capability to not only filter out salt from the water, but to survive the oxygen-poor mud. They offer protection for frying small fish, of course, but the most interesting detail is that since there is no soil for the seeds to fall into, they germinate while still attached to the mother plant, forming what's called a propagule, which produces its own food through photosynthesis. When ready, it drops off and floats away to take root elsewhere. It even elongates and changes its density to float upright when ready to root.
Well, we've been anchored here for I think 3 nights. Last night was supposed to be really blustery and windy again, but it was not. It was utterly calm and lovely, and I slept finally. We're going to go around to just 2 miles around the other side of this spit of land here. There's a little island called Fiddle Key that's got a lot of sand around it, lots of sand dollars.
Well, I didn't find any sand dollars, but I did find a live and dead version of this short-spined sea urchin and a similar pair of green urchins. I love these green urchin shells, and I'm glad I found 10 of them because I've already smashed 3. They are so fragile. I did a bit of pleasant snorkeling in the shallows. At $8.50 a gallon, it's been costly to run the engine a lot to keep the batteries charged. And I'm going to grumble a bit more in the next few clips, but stick with me because there's a really fun payoff to it all.
It's been, I don't know, 8 or 9 or 10 days in a row at least of this.
And yet another day, as you can see, of dark and gloomy. I ran the narrow cut to get back out and around Whale Key.
Of course it had to rain too, you know, why not? Just to round out the picture. Oh my. I saw sun blasting into the interior of the boat and had to leap out here and see this. And the forecast tomorrow is supposed to be all sun. We'll see.
I was headed to Marsh Harbor for the last time to prepare for the push south to Nassau and then east to the Exumas. Somebody's coming to say hi. Howdy, neighbor.
Hey there.
Hey, what's going on?
Just a little plexiglass work. I junk picked a piece of plexi and I'm making a window on my washboards.
Well, I think today's your lucky day.
Oh?
Yeah, I don't know why I levitated towards this boat, but I looked at the big fat catamarans and I thought, you know what? I think I'd rather see if this guy could use some diesel versus the big fat cats.
Diesel?
There you go.
Wow.
Anyways, I've got a problem with my tanks, and I've got to get rid of at least 20 gallons of diesel.
Sweet.
So it's good diesel. I ran it through the Ray course to pump it out of the tank, and so it's not, you don't have to worry about it. It'll be good for you.
Thank you kindly. That is so generous. What? Free diesel right when I wanted it, and I took every drop. I had to turn away 5 more he tried to give me. Wow. Well, here is a great little tune from Muriel called Settling the Spirit. She wrote it to help people learn fingerstyle, does that teaching at True Fire. Link in the description. Enjoy.